What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will admit, my last video I did, that was for the verses of Tactics Ogre, it was a little unfair comparing the princess to the cleric, but you find me another class that's a dedicated healer in the game that only heals, and I'll redo the video and we'll have it on that. Now, I do feel this comparison is a little more fair, so hopefully others will agree. We'll see. Let's talk about the Ranger versus the Archer. Yes, our good old, everybody's favorite Ranger in the game, Vice, going against his little friend. You know, why not? Why not compare those two? If you are doing the lawful route, you will get these guys at the same time. So, you know, it makes sense to compare them. Now, personally, I found the Ranger very underwhelming, so you can already tell where this video is probably going to go. But it might be a little bit closer than you think in some ways, so let's get going. So, my Vice here, you know, I have dual daggers because I was told that's better for him. Used them a little bit. Yeah, the daggers are a little bit more nice. I still kind of find it odd to play a Ranger without a bow or a crossbow, personally. But considering he doesn't really have, I mean, even if you do use a bow or a crossbow, he doesn't really have skills that synergize with the bow or the crossbow, really. I mean, you know, double attack obviously encourages you to use two melee weapons. Lobber is great. Lobber, I don't know if people underrate Lobber, but I definitely feel like Lobber is a godsend skill for a lot of classes, especially with how strong items are. It allows any unit to basically heal multiple tiles away. In this case, with Lobber 4, we're looking at a 3 to 8 tile range. That is like heal range levels, like just using the heal spell without like a spell wand that gives you +3 or 4 range, you know. But that's really good. Lobber is a godsend, and it's really helps the Ranger at least be somewhat viable. Back attacks doesn't really work because back attacks don't really register properly and they don't deal the proper damage, which has been found. Many people have figured that out. So attacking from the side or the back is kind of pointless. And even when you do, it's not like a huge damage increase, even if it's working properly. Then first aid can be good. First aid can be good when your units are getting stopped. You just have to have enemy units that inflict auto stop through readied skills, but you know, the enemy's not really going to cast stop on you unless it's through an attack or it's a ready skill, an auto skill. Recruit, yeah, whatever. That's it, man. That's it. I mean, we can use guns. That's pretty cool, I guess. But I mean, there's a class that literally uses guns way better, so I don't know why you'd want to use guns on Ranger. But yeah, we just don't have a lot of options for skills. Like, very lackluster. Very disappointing. And the birds are in the background, like, they're like that angry crowd, you know, that's like yelling, like booing. That's what they're doing right now. They're booing them. So that's the Ranger in a nutshell. I mean, I don't know what more I can tell you. Now we go over to the Archer, though. And we can see that the Archer at least has skills that synergize with bows. You know, like Eagle Eye and Engulf and Tremendous Shot and Double Shot. Like, you can't even use these if you don't have a bow. And then even, I guess, Back Attack. Now, if Archer had Lobber, we would just disregard Ranger altogether. Like, Ranger would just be done. But, you know, at least the Archer has a niche, and it fulfills that niche very well. Okay? At least the Archer has that going. The Archer can do one thing, and that is shoot a bow. And it can shoot a bow really well. I had to silence the crowd there. The crowd was getting very upset. They don't like the Ranger. They were getting very upset. I had to kind of wave my hand around. As you can tell, it's quiet now. See how the crowd's calmed down? We had to shush the crowd. I can't have the crowd getting all angry on me, you know? So, and if I bring up the Cleric too, they get really mad as well. I don't know why. So, where was I? Oh yes, at least the Archer is able to specialize in something. I feel like the Ranger just has all these tools. It's like, hey, we got this, and this. Okay, cool. They don't really synergize well. You can't really do anything with them. They're like imagine a rune fencer that didn't get put together right. They have the potential of a rune fencer because they have so many different things going on. But because the skills are like just like cherry picked, or like, I don't even know, they just fell off the tree and they're like, oh, we'll make a class out of this. You know, it doesn't work. They're like a crappy rune fencer. But they can't even use spells, so they're not even a rune fencer. But honestly, I'm going to give this to the archer just because the archer has a niche, it has a role, it has a purpose. I feel the ranger is so all over the place. Unless you want to use lobber and get in there and dual attack, but I mean, then... I mean, you got some... You can take a couple hits, you know? You can take a few hits, so I mean, you could argue he could be kind of a frontline unit a little bit. But I've heard most people just change Vice into something else. They don't even keep him as a ranger. So, I would say Archer wins. Just for the fact, like I said, it has a role, it can fulfill it, it can do it really well. You go status bows, it can do really well, elemental bows. I mean, you can get some like status weapons on Vice too and make him a little bit better. But like I said, you're not going to keep Ranger. I'm not, I guess, really hating on Vice in general. I'm hating on the Ranger class and how underwhelming it is and how lacking it is in just options. It shocks me. Like, you literally, I mean, Steadfast is the only other thing that's like even different to a degree. I don't know. What do you guys think? You let me know. I wanted to like the Ranger. I was really happy when I got Vice, and I was like, oh man, Ranger, that sounds great. And then I took him into a few battles, and, you know, I realized he didn't have a lot of skills, and I realized, like, what's your purpose? I don't know. You tell me, guys, how do you build the Ranger? Do you guys have some awesome build on the Ranger or something? Am I wrong? Is the Archer just not as good as the Ranger? Is this a more fair comparison? Let me know your guys' thoughts. Hopefully this is a little bit better than the last one, and I can appease, you know, the people that... I want to give everybody a fair shot, you know, and, I feel like this is a good one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Like I said, let me know your questions and comments and concerns and what you think. I would love to read them and respond because I enjoy discussions and enjoy chatting with you guys. Thank you again, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Later, guys. Peace.